Good day everyone. I am Aurelia Canatom M, CP1 student in Mapua Institute of Technology. Welcome to my tutorial. I'm going to discuss about record or struct in C++. Record. Record are used to group related components of different types. Records are like arrays, but we all know that arrays can also be used to group related informations, but it is only for same types. For example, a group of names which are uh, data type string or car, and a group of numbers which are int. So in record, we can use to group this information even though they are with different data types. They can be used to be a collection with the use of record. Struct. Struct is a collection of fixed number of components. Struct is a reserved word. Components of the record are called members of the struct. For example, the employee and its name are Jones 123 LM 6 12 55 $14.77. So we can see that this consists of different kinds of data types: string, int, double, and these are all grouped into one. And this is an example of record. General syntax of a struct in C++. So the library that we need is the include IOStream. So for examples, the general syntax is struct, then the struct name that we want, open and close braces. Inside that is the data types, then the identifiers that we want to use. For example, here is the data type 1, identifier 1, data type 2, and identifier 2, and so on. So to make it clear, this is an example. First we need to use the syntax name, which is the struct, then the struct name, which is the student type. Inside the open and close braces are the data types and the identifiers. And for the example is the string first name, then the string last name, car and course grade, int test score, int programming score, and double GPA. Struct variables are variables of a certain struct type. So it is like this. After we have declared the struct name and the data types inside that, we can have a struct variable. So look at this example. There's the student type new student and the student type student. It means they are the variables of the struct that we have declared. Accessing struct members. Use the name of the record followed by the name of the member separated by a dot. For example, it's like this. The new student, which is the name of the record, dot first name, which is the name of the member. It is separated by a dot. Always remember that it is important. Dot is a separator of the members of the struct. Then the equivalent statement, which is GANU, new student last name, which is Aurelia, and the new student the GPA. Assignment. We can assign the value of one struct variable to another struct variable of the same type by using an assignment statement. For example, we want to assign the value of new student to the student. So this is how we do it. Student dot first name must be equal to new student dot first name. Student dot last name must be equal to new student dot last name. Student dot GPA is equals to new student dot GPA. So to compare struct variables, you must compare them member-wise. Just like what we have do in the assignment, we assign them member-wise. For example, if student dot first name is equal to new student dot first name and new student dot last name is equal to new student dot last name. So using the if student equals to new student is an illegal or error statement. For the input and output, there are no aggregate input-output operations allowed on struct. Data in a struct variable must be read one member at a time. Contents of a struct must be written one member at a time. It should be like this. See out new student dot first name, then the new student dot last name, then the new student dot course grade, the new student dot test score, and the new student dot programming score. So for the comparison of arrays and structs, we have for their aggregate operations, the arithmetic is not an array and not a struct. For the assignment, there's no in array, but there's yes in struct. For the input and output, in array, there's none but except for strings. For struct is no. Comparison, array no, struct no. For the parameter passing, in array is by reference only, and for struct is by value or by reference. And for the function returning value, there's no in array but there's yes in struct. Arrays within structs. So we can also relate the two and we can use it at the same time. So we can make an array inside a struct. For example, we want to have a list inside a struct name, and this is the example output. For example, this is there's an array containing the list, and inside that list we want to have an information, and it's like array structs in arrays. So just like if we can have arrays in structs, we can also have structs in arrays. So it will be like this. It is a sample code and it's a sample output. So we have a list of employees, and inside that employees we have information which is composed of structs. For each employees we can have the first name, last name, ID, salary, bonus. So it's like that. Structs within arrays. So we can also have a structs inside structs. So it's be like this. If we have a struct like this, it's very long and it's very time consuming. Memory computer consume is greater. So we can organize them by having a struct. The only solution is to create a new set of structs that put in to the main struct for a more organized set of codes. So it will be like that. For example, we can separate the names, the address, date, and contact type into a new struct. Then those substructs we can put it in the main struct for us to have a more organized and shortened struct variables. Thank you very much for listening. My reference is C++ Programming, Problem Analysis to Program Design by D.S. Malik, Philippine Edition. Submitted to Professor Eric Navarro. Thank you.